What's up, guys? It's your boy Scoot. Back at it again with another video. Like I said in the last video, I was going to do a recap and talk about my experience for being a track athlete from Widener and also cross-country runner and my plans after college that involves running. As you guys may or may not know, I don't remember if I told you guys this. Before I went to Widener, I was at another school. It was a trade school, and I only did cross country there because that's the only sports they had. So I'm just going to do a recap of my experience with running. I've been running since high school in 10th grade, and 10th grade for all now. Running is just part of my DNA at this point. All my main events I did in high school were 200s, 400s, but mostly the 4, since my coach said, hey, you break 1 minute in the 400. That means you're going to be in more races. Love my coach in high school. He pushed me really hard to be the athlete I am. And another coach at my trade school really pushed me to be the athlete, and my coach that I had at Widener really pushed me. He saw potential in me that I didn't know I even had at the time. In high school, my times for, I would say, the 200, 400, 800. My time in the 200 was 25 seconds, 400 was 56 seconds, and 800 at the time, it was my last race too, was 2:10. I know it's crazy. And I'm not going to talk about my freshman year of college at the trade school because I don't really count that one because I only had one race. So in sophomore year, my time for I didn't do the 2 no more because my coach said, you're a middle distance runner. Stick with it. I said, okay, fine. I'm a middle distance runner. So sophomore year, my time in the 400 was still 56 seconds. So sophomore year, 400, 56 seconds, 800, 205. And my junior year, my time in the 400 was still currently 56 seconds because I didn't race it as much and I didn't have the quickness like I wanted to. 800 was 202. 1500 was 422. Then it went to 419. And the mile time was 446. Yeah, 446 indoor. Then my senior year, my time in the 400, shocked my core. My 400 time is 54 seconds. 800 time, 201, 1500, 412, and mile time, 437. But if I didn't fall in that one race, I would have ran a 4, probably 32 or 30 if I didn't fall because I was really going. So yeah, those are all my times I have during my track season at Widener, and some things that I wish I accomplished. I guess a couple of things, but I'm going to say the one thing that's been messing with me and that I was genuinely upset. My junior year and my senior year, I tried to qualify for in my district, I'm D3. My school is D3. So I was trying to qualify in the MAC division. So junior year, I tried, didn't really qualify. I was really, in the 800, I was 2 seconds away from qualifying, and that kind of sucked because I trained hard. But I said to myself, my senior year, I got this in the bag. My senior year, indoor season, 800 and mile time. 800 was to qualify 203.05, and one race I was really close. And I was 1 second away. And I tried again and again, and I didn't qualify. And the mile, I didn't qualify either because the time to qualify was 4:35, and I ran a 4:37, so I was 2 seconds away. And that sucked. I was part of the relay team. I ran a 2:02. I really wish I would have ran a 2:02 in my last race to qualify, so I would have ran at max, an open event. That was my goal, really. And indoor and outdoor season was just to generally qualify in an open event. so I can like help score for my team, and just like tell myself I did that. All the training paid off because I did training that says I can run under 2 minutes, but I never broke 2 in the 800. It was our senior day for our home meet, and it was just so it was like sad moment, happy moment, because that was the same meet I PR'd last year when I broke 205, ran out 202, and this I was racing another 800 again, and I was so pumped up. I was nervous, but I was confident. When the gun went off and everyone was going fast and I was holding it in, like the first lap was like, of course you don't really feel it at first. Then the second lap, that's when you like had a fight. And generally, had first lap 56 seconds and the last lap, I don't even remember what time, but I think I ran like a 60, like a minute 6 seconds. I think minute 6 seconds or 07, one or the other, because I was on pace of 600 meters. My teammates said, "You at 127, go!" And I was like, almost going. Then it hit me on the last 100 meters. My legs filled with a lactic acid. I had nothing left, and I was literally straining. I saw on the straightaway at 140 something. I was like, I need to go because the qualifying time was 2 minutes. So I was like straining my arms. My facial expression changed to this. I was like, come on. And I came in at a 2:01. A 2:01. 1 second away. You know what's funny? Indoor for the 800, the qualifying time was 2:03, and I came at 2:04. And outdoor, I came at 2:01. Both races, I was 1 second away. Both of them, I was 1 second away. And I was upset. And I said, oh no, I got the other race. When I did the race a few days later, I was doing good until the 300 mark. When after like 300 left in the race, my legs were gone. I thought I could like pull something like I did like my sophomore year, like try to like run like faster. Sorry if there's a bug there, but I didn't. I ran terrible, and that sucked. I didn't qualify in the 1500 in the last meet or the 8 because 3 elements was there at that meet: rain, wind, and cold. I tell you, I was so devastated in both of those races. I know I was not going to make it in the 800 because I was already I was exhausted from the 800, no, the 1500. I was exhausted already. Because I try to put more effort because it was since it was raining and cold and windy. It didn't really help as much. Like I hope it, it didn't help at all because it was tough and I was running in tough conditions. No one did good on that day. It was a crappy meet. I said, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. And each race I did, I just stood there out of disbelief. I said, this was my last chance to qualify. And my coach said, maybe you can pull something in the 800. I didn't pull enough in the 800. I was gone. My legs were done. I was done. It was the cold. The cold was bad. It was so bad. My legs were like locked up. I couldn't even run properly. So, in conclusion of all of this, I didn't hit all my goals, but I did go faster. Like in the long run, I used to run 210 or slower in high school, but now I proudly say I can run a 201. I'm proud that I ran an event like the mile and the 1500. 2 events I never did before, and I'm good at it. And yeah, it's just like I'm proud of those things, but the racer and me saying like both events you was either 1 or 2 seconds away from qualifying and you could have ran max. And I was deeply upset after that. After that week, I was like not happy. And my coach said, you got the relay. But the relay is not the same to me. Because you don't need a qualification. I mean, probably for the 4x1 you do, but you don't really need a qualification for like the relay. You just need to be fast and just hold on. I didn't hit the time I want, but at the same time, if I try, like, I finished strong at the end of the race, that's all that matters, but it just sucks, you know? But I did my best. But as of right now, after I graduated, I took 2 weeks off from running so my body can recover. But I got back into running. I used to run 50 miles a week. Now I run like consistently like 30 miles because I don't want to run too many miles anymore because I'm running on my own time now. So my goals for like post running season, I'm still gonna run. Like I run 6 days a week, 30 miles. One of my goals to run the 5K. And as of right now, I'm training, but I'm gonna take it easy for the week because I don't want to like test anything with my body because my body is like I trained that 1 week hard and my body's like kind of like suffering from that event, so I had to take it easy on myself. Then whenever I feel like ready to do it again, I will run again. Ran a 5K race, that'd be good for me. And my goal is to run indoor and outdoor meets some. I'm debating about indoor because, of course, my coach will probably let me train indoor with my old teammates. But it would just have to depend where I'm at in my career-wise or just life. Outdoor is a definitely yes. And my goal is like if I run the 800, I told myself I'm retired from the 8, but if I did run the 8 again, I would try to break 2. Or if not, just run a good time. But my goal is to like either break 2 in the 800 or just run a good time. And my goal in the mile is to run faster than I did before. Like a 4:35, 34, anything faster than 4:37. And for the 1500, anything faster than 4:12. That's just goals for me. Just to heal the student athlete self. It's like you can run these times. You just didn't at the time. So yeah, that's my story with track and cross and what I'm going to do by the way, this is me. This is like pictures of me back here. And the plaque with the W on it is me when I was at the assembly for like all student athletes to get a reward and stuff, all my running experience. I did a pose like this. Yeah, that's about it. I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble about my track experience, and you guys are awesome. And make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys can be the first people who want my videos first. This is Scoop Man signing out. I always do that. You know when I used to do the ratchet videos, I was like, do that. I always do that. But peace out, guys. See you in the next video.